Hey guys, what's up? Kyle9965 here. Time for me to do my RAW review. Just finished watching it. Yeah. But before I get into detail on RAW, I just want to say Happy Halloween. It's not one of my favorite holidays. I don't really care for Halloween, but Happy Halloween. And the second thing I also want to mention too is that I recommend you guys get a human eyeball. I mean, these things are just really good. I mean, you got the blood there. I mean, it's just really good eyeball here, human eyeball. I mean, they're so tender on the outside and just juicy on the inside. I recommend you guys get a human eyeball from a corpse at your local grave, or hell, just gouge the eyeballs out of the next person that's sitting next to you. Alright, so on to the RAW review. I'm just kidding. What's the RAW review? With RAW, opened up with The Rock appearing via satellite. I mean, come on, let's be real here. We all know The Rock. That was a pre-recorded video that The Rock did, aired at the same time as SmackDown aired on Friday. I mean, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I'm just trying to be funny here. But we know it's a pre-recorded video. But anyway, Rock opens up the show via satellite, talking about John Cena asked him to be his partner, and he says, hell no, he would not join he would not join Cena in the Fruit Loop Troop, which I thought was really funny. Just great stuff from The Rock. But then afterwards, she started to say that he got some tweets and stuff from his fans and stuff like that, and he doesn't like the Miz and R-Truth either, and so that he will accept John Cena's invitation or whatever to be his partner, and that he'll work together for one night only to take down Miz and R-Truth. But he wants John Cena to know that, you know, the only reason he's joining is not because he likes Cena, but because he wants to show Cena what he's going to do to him at WrestleMania. So I thought that was a nice way to kind of, you know, plug it in there for WWE at least, you know, to say like, hey, okay, Rock, you're joining up with Cena, but to get everything clear, you're not going to be the best. We're not the best of buzz. I still don't like you. The only reason why I'm in here, you know, going to tag along with you is so that I can show you what the hell I'm going to do to you at Mania. So I kind of like this, how they put that out there. Let's just hope that once Survivor Series gets here within 2 weeks, that they don't pull a Triple H CM Punk move where we hated each other last week, now we're best friends this week. So let's hope they don't pull that off. But anyway, after that, the first match we get into is CM Punk versus Mark Henry. If Punk beats Mark Henry, then he would get a title match against Alberto Del Rio. Well, this match really didn't last too long. It kick off into much of anything because Alberto Del Rio came in and interrupted the match, caused disqualification, so Mark Henry won due to a DQ. After that, we get into a Diva costume battle royal. But before that, after the Mark Henry match thing ended, a dark cloud began to arise over Raw. But a shimmer of light came through those dark clouds when Kelly's music began to hit, and she came out as a hot pirate, or whatever she was dressed as. I think she was a pirate. I think that's what Michael Cole said she was. And dressed up as a hot pirate. Now, that led into a Diva costume battle royal. Now, I have a few things to say about this. One, AJ Lee dressed up as Kitana from Mortal Kombat. Awesome. I think it's always awesome when you have a girl that can be interested in guy stuff like video games and action movies. And if they're cute too on top of that, hot, but also have those same accolades or whatever, or same hobbies, that is awesome. So AJ Lee, awesome. Kelly, I've already said was awesome. But the one I really want to talk about is Eve Perez. Boy, I tell you, Eve Perez plus the Robin outfit she was on equals, oh my holy God. That's all I'm going to say. You guys can pick up 2 and 2 and you can pick up one throwing down. Yeah, nothing really special about this match. Eve Perez ended up winning the costume battle royal. Although I would say though that the best thing coming out of this match was not only Eve looking just, oh my gosh, absolutely amazing in the Robin out uniform, but her moonsault, or should I say what she did before her moonsault, but the camera was on the wrong angle. It got the wrong side of her. Although the side that they did get of her, of Eve, wasn't bad, but still, it got the wrong side of her when she did her thing before her moonsault. Like I said, once again, you guys can be able to pick up what I'm laying down. So yeah, Eve wins that. After that, we get into a tag match with Air Boom versus Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes. Air Boom lost. It was an okay tag match. I pray to God, I hope they do not pair Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett as a tag match, as a tag team. God, I hate that. And I like Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's my guy. He's my future breakout star pick. But yeah. After that, we get into, I guess it was probably one of two of the main events. Alberto Del Rio versus Big Show. Nothing special with this match either. Big Show just beating the hell out of Alberto Del Rio. But before this match had started, CM Punk came back to Johnny Ace, and Johnny Ace told CM Punk that if he'll get a championship match if Alberto agrees to facing Punk at Survivor Series. So going on back to the match itself, Big Show, like I said, just beating the hell out of Alberto Del Rio, knocks him in his face, and he gets the win. Like I said, I like Alberto Del Rio a lot. I think he has a good look to him. He's a good wrestler. He's not one of the top best wrestlers I'd say in that company, but he's good. For what he can do, he's good, and he has a good look to him. But I just hate how WWE has him as just this cowardly champion, because to me, Alberto, I think, has so much potential to be a top heel, a top tough heel. But it's like they don't let him be that because they have him as a coward. You know what I mean? It's like, what's your point of being WWE champion if you're just going to keep running away from every challenge and, everybody who wants to face you, you just run away like a little sissy. I mean, it does not make Alberto look like a strong WWE champion. It makes him look weak and crappy, and it does not establish him. It makes it, it doesn't make him look like a strong main eventer, like I said, top champion type guy. But anyway, and then have him get beat up by Big Show twice, tonight and then on Raw. SmackDown last week. Just, yeah. But after that, CM Punk comes out, and CM Punk put Alberto Del Rio in the Anaconda Vice, making him say, making Alberto accept Punk's invitation to Survivor Series for a title match. After that, the next match was Jack Swagger versus Santino Marella. Don't know why this match was on the upper card. This match should have been way down. I mean, they could have put this after the Diva Royal match or something, but or put the Divas Royal match in place of the Alberto Del Rio Jack Swagger match. I don't know why they put this as high as it did on the card, but anyway, Santino Marella beating Jack Swagger. I'm not going to go into details about that. Stupid. After that, we get to match with Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder. This was a good match. I probably would say this was probably the best match out of the entire show. So yeah, I thought it was a good match for what it was. Zack Ryder had gotten the pin, but Dolph Ziggler had his foot underneath the rope, which caused the match to restart. And once the match restarted, Vicky caused a distraction. So obviously you thought, okay, well, Dolph Ziggler's going to get this, but Zack Ryder still was still able to pull out a win and a victory. So Zack Ryder won that, and then we get on to the main event match, which was John Cena versus The Miz. This was another good match. I didn't think this was bad. There was one spot where Miz did he did a DDT on John Cena and kind of like spiked him on his head, and the way John Cena's head just spiked off that mat, I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me John Cena broke his neck again, because I mean that Miz hit him kind of hard on that DDT. That DDT didn't look too safe, and And the way John Cena's head, like I said, bounced off that mat, looked pretty painful. I was concerned he might have broken his neck or something. But yeah, John Cena, a distraction with R-Truth, coming in with the Scream mask. But, you know, R-Truth helping Miz doesn't help, if any. John Cena made Miz tap with the STF, and then gave the attitude adjustment to R-Truth, and that ends the show for Raw. So my thoughts on it, Raw was okay tonight. It wasn't bad. Considering that they had some Muppets on there, it wasn't a bad show. I thought it was better than, I'd say it was better than last week's show. Because the only good thing with last week's show, to me, was the opening segments with Kevin Nash and Triple H, and then the promo thing between Punk and Alberto Del Rio. Those were the only good things I liked out of last week's Raw. But this week's Raw, I thought, wasn't bad. Having Rock open up the show, that was funny, entertaining. Got some good matches with the tag team matches. The Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder in the main event. Those were good matches. Got a wonderful, awesome, I guess you want to say, gimmick match with the Divas. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my review on tonight's Raw. Other things I also wanted to mention, too, that I really didn't care to mention, too, but just to bring it up anyway. They announced that Kevin Nash has been re-signed by Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace demanded Kevin Nash re-sign for the WWE, and Kevin Nash will appear next week on Raw. And after that, we were supposed to have Jim Ross and Michael Cole in the Cole's Challenge match tonight. That didn't happen. And because it did not happen, I'm afraid that they're going to put this match at Survivor Series. My God. I mean, it was bad enough we had Michael Cole stink up WrestleMania this year. Although WrestleMania, in my opinion, sucked altogether, but still, it was bad enough that we had to deal with Michael Cole's shenanigans on one of the biggest pay-per-views. Now we have to deal with it again on another big pay-per-view? Survivor Series? Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess it would be okay if Michael Cole did this on a throwaway pay-per-view, a pay-per-view that really didn't matter that much. But he did it not on once, but it seems like now he might do it again on a second big pay-per-view. WWE, are you guys nuts? Yeah. Another thing I also want to mention out, too, is that I don't understand why WWE brought the Muppets on the show tonight. I mean, I can kind of understand it for two reasons. One, because the Muppets promoting their movie, obviously. And secondly, it's Halloween, so they probably wanted to put something kid-related or whatever. But here's the problem with that. Tonight's Halloween. A kid's not going to sit here on a Monday night like they would normally to sit and watch John Cena. But because it's Halloween, free candy, most kids aren't going to sit in their home. They're going to be outside collecting candy. So, didn't understand that. And like I said, all the segments tonight involving with the Muppets were not funny at all. They were not funny. They were not entertaining. But maybe the one funny ha-ha moment was the one segment between Sheamus and that one Muppet where he said that they were like relatives. That was pretty funny. And then also the one segment where the same Muppet that said it was related to Sheamus gave Santina Marella the smoking blue Kool-Aid juice. Some people laughed at that, funny ha-ha. But like every other segment throughout the entire show with the Muppets were not funny, and you could even hear the audience in the background. They were not even laughing at the segments and stuff that the Muppets were doing. So once again, just absolutely pointless, having no business being. The Muppets have no business being involved in the wrestling world. I mean, just seriously. But that's a perfect example of what Vince's audience is and what he's aiming gears towards, the product towards, and that's children. Yeah, so let me know what you guys thought of tonight's Raw. Did you like it? Didn't like it? What do you think about what The Rock said concerning John Cena and them joining up? So yeah, that just about does it. So hope you guys have a happy Halloween, and yeah, peace out. Have a good day or night.